It's an original musical. I was looking back over everything I've done, and they've all been based on movies or books or a person's life, but this is original. Then it's open. You don't know how it's going to end.
There we go.
With Turn of the Century, what's really interesting is that it's a play with songs. More than it is a traditional book musical. Here is the totality of 20th century music, theoretically, at any rate, at our fingertips.
We started with the story, and then we culled through the thousands of songs that were available to us and to the characters, and we found which ones really fit in, you know, that actually were not just the hits, but that said something, that moved the story forward, if possible, that said something about character. But always remembering that these were supposed to be the best possible songs, and we have an amazing score.
This kind of magical, amazing cosmic gift were to happen to any audience member, how would they react going back 100 years? And you're a songwriter who has no success in 1999, but now it's 1899 and no one knows any of the songs that are coming. What would you do? Would you claim to have written Moon River? Would you claim to have written Somewhere Over the Rainbow? And Billy goes, yeah, I would.
All right.
As the story evolved, songs started to almost nominate themselves to us. And then, of course, Tommy was integral to the process. And the inclusion of certain songs was a negotiation with the director in terms of how things would work and connect.
We couldn't tell this story without the music. It could not be a play. It has to have the music. 3 years in the making of this. We've been through many versions, and each time it gets better.
I have always heard wonderful things about Tommy, and I find that he is just this really sweet soul. But more than anything, he's an artist, and it's really interesting watching him work because he's a painter as well as a dancer, actor, singer, choreographer, director, etc. When I was 13, my parents took me to New York to see 3 Broadway shows. You could even say that Tommy Tune had some influence on me in getting into this business in the first place.
The hardest thing in putting on a show is making it all match, make it all be from the same show. Each show has its own heartbeat. It starts telling you what it wants and what it doesn't want, and you try to wedge something in that you feel you want to have in it, and if it doesn't fit, it'll spit it back at you, and you go, okay, how about this? And then, oh, that feels felicitous. That's part of the fabric, and then you just keep sewing and sewing until you hem it up and put it out there.
What's interesting about the challenge for this was to take these songs and to reimagine them and rehear them through the eyes of, or ears and fingers of a very hip contemporary musical sensibility, which is what Darryl has. And so, you take a song like Alexander's Ragtime Band, you think that's going to sound a certain way, and he's able to come up with a way that really makes you in the audience feel that you're hearing it for the first time.
As with any show, you kind of, you get in shape for that particular show. So my body right now is adapting to the enormity of the show, yes, and my role.
If you care to hear that swan river.
This show will deliver beloved music in a way that hopefully tweaks the ear and puts the audience today in exactly the position that an audience would have been in 1900 and goes, wow, that's something I've never heard before, even though it is. That's the great trick of this show.
Alexander's Ragtime Band.
That was pretty short compared to how long you talked about nobody.
Well, I could name Georges Kaufman and Moliere and
But you didn't-
Shakespeare
oh,
and
Moliere, your best friend.
and Aeschylus and Euripides and Aristophanes and Neil Simon.
Aristophanes. Give me a quick Aristophanes line.
A bird just did something on my head.